Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel on another episode of Churches of Kolkata. Earlier we have released the first episode of this series. In that we covered the Portuguese church or the Church of Most Holy Rosary. In this episode we are going to cover India's only Greek church, that is Greek Orthodox Church. The reason it is India's only Greek church is because Greeks are not known as a race who have a tendency of colonization in modern history, unlike the English or French or Dutch or Portuguese. So that's why the presence of Greek is not in a huge scale in India. Okay, so a little bit of history before I actually show you the church. The first church for the Greeks were erected around 1752. There are two plaques or gravestones still can be seen in the Portuguese church or the Church of the Most Holy Rosary, which we covered in our first episode. Okay, so from that the historians guess that the earlier church was somewhere near the same area where currently the Portuguese church is. Then the Greek had another church in North Kolkata which was opened around 1780s. In 1924 they closed the church in North Kolkata, and okay, so there was another cemetery next to it, so they closed both of those and they decided to build this church in South Kolkata. So the foundation stone was laid somewhere in 1924 and it was opened for public in 1925. So you can say it's centenary year for them. Actually last year they celebrated their centenary. When I went to shoot the church, you can see the banners over there. This church was closed for a long time. Church was actually closed in 1960s because of lack of members, because the resident Greeks left the city, and then in 1960s it got closed. So after a couple of decades in mid of 80s, some Orthodox mission decided to reopen this. Then they sent fathers, couple of fathers, I forgot their name, but they did a tremendous job to make it open, because when I was going through the blog I was gaining some knowledge before going there. So the father, who I think Father Ignacio, his name is, maybe I am wrong, but when I read his interview, he said that when they opened the church it was just layers of dust and termites. Okay, so they did a tremendous job to reopen it in 1991. Okay, when I'll show you the church, you will understand the job they did, how fantastic that is. Okay, so in 1991 it is reopened for the general public and still in operational condition. So in 1998 Greek president came to Kolkata and visited this church and the cemetery I was talking earlier, which is situated near Fulbagan. Okay, so I think that is enough of our history lesson, and now I will take you to the church. Let me show you how it looks in the evening. I'll just record and will add voice later on, because it's a religious place, so I don't like speaking there. Okay, so let's move on. Let me show you the church. Let's go. Here is the church. The lighting, that yellow glow light, that was not there earlier. This has been recently installed as part of Kolkata illumination project. The church is situated on the main road, Shama Prasad Mukherjee Road, so just next to the Kalighat tram depot, which is just on the right side of this church, and directly opposite to that skywalk entrance of Kalighat temple. The pediment of this church is built on four Doric columns, which is a typical Greek architecture. You can see that in most of the ancient Greek temples. And this church is built on a high plinth, which can be accessible by a flight of marble steps. The building is about 50 feet in height, and these are the Doric columns which I was talking about. You can see these type of columns present in most of the Greek architectures. Okay, that is the main entrance door. It's wooden and nice looking polished door. There are two plaques on each side of this entrance. Both are written in Greek. I'll translate this in English for you. Let me show you the plaque present on the other side of this entrance. There are some plaques present in the back side of the church. Some of those are in English, but this being evening, I am not going to that side. This one is also in Greek, and I will translate in this one in English for you. Let's enter the main church building. This is not a big church, so the distance between the nave and altar is not that great. And at the end of the altar, you can see that there is one iconostasis. The walls are decorated with different Byzantine style painting of monks, and their names are written on it. And there are three huge chandeliers which are hung from the ceiling. These are currently having fluorescent lamps, but earlier this used to have the tungsten bulb with more aura, giving more aura to the church. And as I was saying, you can see there are portraits of different monks and their names written on it. Evening prayer is. I will tell about this iconostasis little bit later. Before that, let me show you the rest of the portion. These big chandeliers. This look like a vase and chrysanthemum. And if you look at these benches for services, those are very well polished and very well maintained. There is a nice painting of Jesus Christ in the nave, and in the back side there is a balcony from where you can watch services. That wooden stair on right leads to this balcony. And if you look at this all wooden furniture, seats or stairs or these two wooden structures on altar, all are very well maintained and well polished, and the floors are made from marble. Now I am going to tell you about this iconostasis. The yellow structure is known as iconostasis. The iconostasis is a screen between the sanctum sanctorum and the nave and altar. Okay, so you can see that there are again six Doric columns on this structure. There are three gates which leads to the inner sanctum. The central one is known as the Beautiful Gate and is meant for use by the clergy only. And there are two other gates on either side of this. These are known as angel doors, and they have paintings of Angel Gabriel and Michael. That's all from the church. Let's meet outside. That was all about a tour of Greek Orthodox Church. Let us know if you liked our video, the bits of information which we provided. Was it helpful or not, or in any way it made you interested to visit this church? You will be happy to know. And definitely I think we need improvisation in the way we make our videos. So any type of suggestions are always welcome. We would love to have those suggestions, and if you find this helpful, definitely just let us know in the comment section, because that encourages a lot. and that will help me to continue this series. Okay, so goodbye for now. Hopefully we'll be back with another episode of this series. Till then, bye bye.